What's up, everybody? Happy New Year. And what a way to bring in the new year with 3 cast fights, a reconciliation, and a partridge in a pear tree. So I hope everybody had a great New Year's Eve and day. We have a lot to cover tonight. I feel like I'm teaching again, so I'm going to try and squeeze it in. The show starts in an hour. I don't want anybody to miss it. And then also, we're going to do book club tonight at 10:15-ish. I wouldn't normally go up against Sister Wives, but I'm like 2 episodes back, so I'm gonna catch up on that tomorrow. So let's see who's here. Denise, Susan, Ashley, Barbie, Freshly Baked, Dorit, Elizabeth, Dreamsicle. Oh, by the way, still no inquiries onto the attendance tag position. That's still open. So, throwing it out there. Blair Fanning, thank you so much. Happy 2022. I think she had to run. She's so sweet. Let's see. Julie, Ann's, Dreamsicle, and my mouse. Chantel, Gucci, Anne Marie, Tina, Holistic, Sabrina. Hello, everybody. Big Bad Wolf, Virgie, Deborah C, Sarah Z, Ellie, Drea. I went up instead of down. Okay. I think, did I get Jelly Don't Shake, Sherry, Addie, UK Kate. Oh, I like that. UK Kate, that kind of rolls off the tongue. Bibbity bibbity UK Kate. I'd say preposterous. Ew, that UK Kate. What a rebel rouser she is. I like that. Say, Brooke. Sir Paul, M. Smith, B.A., Ons, M.D., J.P., NLP. I had to say all of it because those were a lot of letters there, and I couldn't stop it. So what's up? April Rain. And here we go. Sassy, hi. Okay. So let's get into it. Bibbity bibbity, let's start. You're already late. Okay.
Yes, he's fabulous, and he's on the inside scoop.
Ooh, look at that. Hey, Maggie and Heidi. All right, so let's get into it. I'm going to share the screen. So, Paul and Karine, this fight has lasted way longer than I thought it was going to, and maybe this is it this time. And I know I've said maybe this is it this time, twice a year for the last 5 years, but it's 2022, new beginnings. Maybe we could start the new year with them just parting ways. So I'm going to show Paul's video from today. I spoke to Paul maybe an hour and a half ago. We're going to show his video. Then we're going to put up what Karine said. Then we'll get to Sinjin right after. So let's do that. All right, share screen. I hate this sharing business. Hold on. Window. All right, so my Instagram page. Okay, bear with me. Okay, so this is his video. And we can't hear it. Why?
I've had a lot of scary stuff happen. Hey, everybody. I'm not going to post too much about what's going on. I've had a lot of scary stuff happen. I can't believe it's escalating at this point. I think the police department and the sheriff is all pretty tired of this at this point with everything going on. I've had someone come to my house starting with a gun. I've had a lot of really crazy stuff happen. At this point in time, Karine obviously does not have control of her social media. I know that her cousin actually runs her social media accounts, and her and them are trying to gain, I guess, a public response. They're doing a good job because I've had a very large amount of harassment threats toward me. Now, currently, Karine has 3 documents to be served by her by the sheriff department. Two of those are in regards to EPOs, and another one is regards to the ability to deal with custody visitation and divorce.
Okay, so real quick, the same thing happened like a year and a half ago when that big brawl over the summer, and they both had joint EPOs.
Also saw that it was said she thinks I'm currently leaking stuff online as of right now, and that they're edited. I will say this: police forensics can see if video has been edited, and they are able to determine if videos have been tampered with. So I'm not posting anything else. I'm not posting more videos or anything. This is escalated to a very dangerous point. I have already been giving the footage to the proper authorities and doing what I need to do to protect myself and my children. My children are safe. They're doing well. I'm very sad that this is going on. I really, really, really am. I hope everything ends in peace. I have, like I said, if it's just paperwork,
It's me.
It's not a problem. So I don't understand what's going to accept it. It's just all insane. Everybody,
Okay, hold on.
Too much about what's going on. I've had a
Sorry about that. The echoing's probably me because I have it playing on another tab through StreamYard, and probably it's hitting my mic back. So that's probably my fault, and I wouldn't know how to fix it if you told me. So let's play it one more time, just so people who just kind of walked in, because like we got a lot of new people that just walked in. So, and then we'll discuss. Hold on.
Everybody, I'm not going to post too much about what's going on. I've had a lot of scary stuff happen.
And he's been quiet the last couple of days.
At this point, I think the police department and the sheriff is all pretty tired of this at this point with everything going on.
And I can vouch that,
I've
like,
had someone come to my house,
police and
gun.
detectives and
a lot of
agencies have been
crazy
to his
stuff
house.
Happen.
So,
at
I
this
mean,
point in time, Karine obviously does not have control of her social media. I know that her cousin actually runs her social media accounts, and her and them are trying to gain.
Okay, so I'm going to pause it. So, Paul feels as though, like, they are in Brazil. Karine's family is making this like a circus to, you know, paint Paul in a certain light. And, you know, now that, you know, the first time this happened a year and a half ago, Karine had the kids. And it kind of all ties together here because, you know, when this happened a year and a half ago, over like summer of 2020, you know, Karine had taken the kids that time. And Karine, you know, I think went to Indiana. I crossed, like, you know, the river there with the kids, and then Paul couldn't find them, and that went on for weeks. This time, Paul has the kids, so Paul feels as though Karine's family is spinning this in Brazil to make it seem like, you know, Paul's a monster who took her kids, and she's alone and has nobody, and this type of situation. Don't shoot the messenger. All right, I'm gonna play it again.
I guess a public response. They're doing a good job because I've had a very large amount of harassment threats toward me. Now, currently, Karine has 3 documents to be served by her by the sheriff department. 2 of those are in regards to EPOs, and another one is regards to the ability to deal with custody visitation and divorce.
Okay, so I'm going to pause it there. So, yeah, and this is the same exact thing that happened. That same fight, summer 2020, they had joint EPOs against each other. Karine had accused Paul of a lot of horrendous things. Come to find out later on, Karine stated that the person who was translating everything for her spun it their way, and Paul hadn't done those things, like strong R word and other things to Karine. And if you remember back then, you know, it was pretty graphic what was said and accused. And so it's kind of heading down that same path again. So let me play it again. So that's like the all right. So those are the EPOs, and the other thing was the family court.
Also saw that it was said she thinks I'm currently leaking stuff online as of right now, and that they're edited. I will say this: police forensics can see if video has been edited, and they are able to determine if videos have been tampered with. So I'm not posting anything else. I'm not posting more videos or anything. This is escalated to a very dangerous point. I have already been giving the footage to the proper authorities and doing what I need to do to protect myself and my children. My children are safe. They're doing well. I'm very sad that this is going on. I really, really, really am. I hope everything ends in peace. I have, like I said, if she says paperwork, she can have divorce. It's not a problem. So I don't understand why she doesn't accept it. This is all I'm saying. Everybody.
All right, so that's that for that. Okay,
much of
so
what's
let me.
going on.
Then let's go to what Karine. Okay, so Karine. Oh, let me put that on a big screen so I can read it. I do not have my belongings or my documents. I do not have access to my OnlyFans account and never did. Real quick, when I know I posted this a few days ago, it was the night that 4 a.m. to 5:30 live happened, and I caught it. It was that night, and then Karine started posting a bunch of things. And one of the things she had said is that she has no access to her OnlyFans and she has no access to any money from OnlyFans. Then a couple days ago, she recanted it and said that she does have access to her OnlyFans, and now she does not have access again. So the part of the OnlyFans money, first played by I have it, then played by I don't, is now played by I have it. Please hold flash photography and respect all actors in this play. Okay, so I do not have my belongings or my documents. I do not have access to my OnlyFans account and never did. My ex-husband controls it and never granted me any access. He went on my Instagram and posted that I was the one in control. In reality, I was never in control or had the autonomy. Now you know that Karine is not writing that. Autonomy. I don't think I've ever even used autonomy in a caption before, but thanks for like the cool word. Or had the autonomy to choose what goes into that account. And then she goes, "Good afternoon, guys. I'm coming again to tell you that I have left the abusive relationship I was in, and again, my now ex-husband. Now ex-husband. That makes it seem like you got like divorced today or like yesterday. I don't know. Is trying to manipulate me to get back with him. He got my children and I can't even nurse to my son pretty much. I'm making this public because I'm afraid he is leaking videos on internet with audio and video manipulated and making immigrational threats. I'm asking for prayers for this time. God, give me the strength I need to fight and finally be free of it." Well, that's sad. I mean, so yeah. So, I wanted to shoot. How can I show that? So the two restraining orders that Paul's talking about, and I don't have them on the overlay, so it's my bad on that one. So he posted that she's also avoiding these EPO, and it was issued. Karine Staley. There's a case number and expiration date. So it looks like the first one was on December 29th. And there's a second one that was issued yesterday. And it doesn't say the issue date, but it says the expiration date. And they're both 6 months from yesterday's date. So that's what I'm assuming. So she's assuming, I mean, so that's 2 ROs. And then there's a family court case that's active. And Paul saying Karine is avoiding service of custody and visitation documents that would allow custody. What? Karine is avoiding service of custody and visitation documents that would allow custody and visitation and divorce to start. Okay. Sheriff has been trying to serve her, however, she's avoiding them. So thank you, Kathy, for that. Pretty much, Paul told me today that Karine is back with the same people. I'm just going to say allegedly, but this is what Paul said. We spoke. That Karine is back with the same people she went to Indiana the last time. Like that she's with that same group. And that like the same kind of treachery is taking place. Because I don't know if they had the translator or whoever did, but something ran amok with the translator. And that there's been a barrage of police and other people at his house, and she's avoiding service. Now, do I believe that it could be possible that Paul has had access to the OnlyFans money? Yeah. And that Paul probably told her to put on your story that you do have access to it. Do I believe that could have happened? Yeah. And that she's being truthful? Yeah. And like I said from the start, they both need to run as far away from each other as possible. And I don't know. I mean, they're still like young and can still find people that won't treat them like they treat each other. And I told Paul a million times, do you want this to be happening in 5 years? What about 10 years? What about 20 years? What about like when you're like at McDonald's and you're ordering your senior coffee and you catch Karine making eyes with some pinochle club guy who is just playing pinochle at the local McDonald's, and you're 65 and this is what you're going to want to happen. And then Karine runs off with the pinochle guy. It's so I don't know. But it's this time Paul has the kids, and the fact that Karine had them last time. So let's see how this plays out now. I mean, it's almost the same situation, but now Paul has the kids and Karine doesn't. So Paul feels like she's going on this like crusade that now that she doesn't have the kid. Remember, like, Paul's logic is, remember how crazy it got last time and she had the kids. Now that she doesn't have the kids, I mean, and it's good logic Paul makes on that. So I can't discount him there. But I do believe some of the things that Karine are saying are truthful, and they're both wrong. And at the end of the day, it's the kids that should be like the main concern. So we'll see. But that's pretty much from Paul. She's refusing to get served. She's with the same people, he thinks, at least. And I think they're in Indiana, so I don't think they could even serve her there because it's across state lines or something like that. And he's worried that there's like a big smear campaign going on against him in Brazil by Karine's relatives. Like I think Adele, which is the one. I think Adele is like the her team. I have no idea, Tina. Like I said, like how many times have I said I think this is it? We've all been there. The only thing that makes this different this time than all the rest is that now Paul has the kids and Karine doesn't. So this is a new dynamic. And then, you know, it might be 3 days they could be at the zoo together. So I don't know. But now it looks like a lot of agencies are involved, and police and detectives, and maybe this time it might not be so easy to put things back together, because I think they got away with murder the last time around by skating through stuff. So maybe this time it's too late, and now the damage has been done, hopefully, and now they can actually move on. I don't know. But it's not letting up, and if we're at this point now, it's probably going to get a lot worse, I would think, if she's not even there and it's the same stuff. So we'll see. It's only going to get worse. But Happy New Year, Paul and Karine. Got to move on. I don't know what more to say. I mean, I feel like I'm on repeat. Are we good? Is there anything else we need to cover for Paul and Karine? Any other questions? I don't want to feel like I'm robbing you guys of anything. Nope, we're good. Good. All right, let's move on. Tanya and Sinjin. Not Tanya, but Sinjin in general. So, Sinjin, okay. Now, we discussed on the last live how Katrina had a woman that was intimate with Sinjin, and according to this woman, Sinjin was aggressive and maybe or didn't stop when was asked to. And that's what I'm just going to leave it at that. So when that happened, I actually knew somebody that was intimate with Sinjin, and I reached out to that person, and we discussed it. I'm just kind of trying to wrap it up real quick. And she had said to me that, you know, it shocked me because I had spoken to this other person for quite a while. And when I heard those allegations against Sinjin, I'm like, wow, the person who I spoke to never had like a bad word to say about him. And, you know, thought he was like a cool guy. So that shocked me. So that's like, you know, the first thing I did. I'm like, hey, did you hear this? And she was like, no. But people messaged me about it. And then when she actually listened to it, she messaged me back, and she goes, oh my God, I finally listened to it. I said, okay, so what did you think of it? Because you had, you know, from our conversations, you know, you spoke highly of him. Like, you know, not, you know, you didn't say anything bad about him. And she's like, yeah, but she told me, she goes, I have to say that I do believe everything she said. Because, you know, although she also said that she got the same hand welt, you know, from the smack. But, you know, it was, I think in their relationship, it was more, they were more into it. I think with this situation, and, you know, I'm just shooting from the hip, that it was kind of like an isolated thing, or they were they had like that person I spoke to, like that kind of relationship with him, where it was, you know, but she did believe everything she said about Sinjin. I said, wow, okay, so that made me believe, you know, this woman on Katrina's show even more. So then I spoke to her again yesterday, and I, you know, how you doing? What's going on? You know, Happy New Year. And she had told me, I'm just going to get her message up. That way I don't misspeak. She had told me that she had received a voice note from Sinjin earlier in the day. and that he's denying everything, saying that the girl that was on Katrina's show was loco, etc., and that he asked her not to go on any podcast because he is hoping that this will blow over in a few days, and hoping this will blow over in a few days as a direct quote. So I said, "Ooh," I said, like, guilty much? I said, and she goes, "It's bizarre." So she did say, she goes, "I could send you the audio messages if you want to hear them." There you're gonna be like a little squirmy. I'm like, okay. So she sent me the audio. I'm gonna play it the first like few seconds of it, and then she asked me to like just paraphrase basically what was said on it. I said I just played the first few seconds of it, so you knew it was indeed coming from Sinjin, and that it wasn't like I'm just saying, oh, I heard this message, and it was that way you know it's him, and you hear his voice, and you could clearly tell it's him. So I'm gonna play the first few seconds of it, and then I'll just tell you like what is really said. All right, hold on, let me switch. Okay. Put my phone all the way up. All right, so.
Hey, good morning, good morning. Shit. Here we go. The New Year's has already come, I see.
Okay, so can you tell that Sinjin? Do I have to play it again? I will. But can you hear it? I don't want to. I only said I play the first few seconds of it because she really didn't want me playing. So I can't. I couldn't. What's said on here? I couldn't even play on my channel because it would most certainly get in trouble. So basically, he's saying that, Happy New Year. There's a girl who went on a podcast, which evidently this girl knew. And he's saying pretty much like, can you believe what she's saying? This is crazy. They're trying to make me look like a monster, and I kind of want to hear it again. Cody, can you go in the there's something else and I'm missing it. He's also saying to her, he's like, listen, if this doesn't blow over, can you do me a favor and go live with me and pretty much say that I'm a good guy because I don't want to be perceived as this. That was it.
In a nutshell.
In a nutshell. Calling her a liar and then saying that he does have receipts of her claims about there was I didn't want to he was saying what the woman on Katrina's podcast alleged was false and that he had receipts to back it up. And it's, and then, as a failsafe, and in case this doesn't blow over, would you mind doing a live with me just to make it, and again, he also says on it that, we had a good time together and you don't see me as that, which is true. I mean, she told me that a while back when we spoke. So I guess he needed someone to like boost, his character in case all hell breaks loose. But he's thinking it's going to blow over, and that these people are trying to ruin his life. Yeah, I mean, you heard it. And did I miss anything? Well, yeah, I can't say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just show them. Don't say it.
Yeah, no. And that's it. So, and again, he also says, like in a text, like you know, that they had a blast together. And that he said, "Let me tell you the whole story." Ha ha ha. And he spelled whole HOLE. Oh, that's just gross.
That's just tacky.
Ugh. He goes, "We had a blast. You should let me tell you the whole story." Whole HOLE. Ha ha ha. Ew. And he thought he was being cute.
What?
And he thought he was like being cute with that. Like, let me tell you the whole story. Ha ha ha. Ew. Anywho, we spoke, and then that's just like so like ugh, like a bad taste in my mouth. That like HOLE story.
Well, I mean, he wants to, I guess, tell you the whole story.
And then she also said, like, pretty much he said, he sounds like every dude ever that has done stuff like this and is mad that someone's called him out. And yeah. So I don't know. I did, I think there's more to the story in the background. I think there's a lot in the back going on right now that nobody knows about. I think some wheel is in some sort of motion.
There is a lot in the back.
So we'll just leave it at that and move on to, because we're at 32 minutes. Okay. Look at me pacing myself. So we'll see how that plays out. All right, moving on. Evelyn and Corey, which was the surprise one for me today. And I know a lot of people do not like Evelyn and Corey, and I love them both. And like they're like the only true couple that I like each person equally and a lot.
Oh, that's not true. We have Angel and Michael.
Oh, Angel and Michael too, but you know what I mean? It's like because they're still apart. Like Angela and Evelyn and Corey been like together, So I get it, and I know a lot of people. I love them, and you all know that. So, and it saddens me to read this out loud, but Evelyn put this in her stories, and then I guess I don't know how long it was up for, but then it was taken down. So Evelyn writes, "Happy New Year, and Happy
New Year.
I love you, Evelyn and Corey." Man. So Evelyn writes, "Got drunk like always. He has a DUI already and is in probation for 2 years. He drinks a lot, and I've been dealing in silence with all of this. Can't keep helping him. His family doesn't give an F. If you know how to contact his probation lawyer, let me know." Ooh.
Stay out of that one.
I think he should be back in the United States to take care of his alcohol problem. Again today, he was drinking and driving. He was supposed to pick up the pork, and we were waiting 3 hours for it while he was getting drunk. Showed up wasted in front of everybody. Clearly, this is something that couples therapy or travels can't fix.
Well, if he's drinking that much, then the therapy isn't gonna help. I mean, he's got to go and get.
Well, I mean, it's not the first time. UK Kate, what are your thoughts? Ooh, hibbity bibbity, John. I don't know without Evelyn Curry. It's not the first time Evelyn's posted about Corey's alcoholism. It's something they seem to have been battling for a while. But like, I don't want them to give up. I don't know. I'm an idiot. I know John's a fool. Whatever. Like if they split, like I'm like, ugh. Then like my little couple. Can't ruin that for me, guys. I mean, Corey and Evelyn, stay together just for me alone. Because then like, my little couple, and I can't have that anymore. But it's sad. I don't know. I think it was like 3 or 4 months ago that Evelyn, it's in my archive somewhere, and it's like finding like a needle in a haystack. Was upset about Corey's drinking. I just wish they kind of. Oh, hey Brooke. I kind of wish that they would have waited. Hibbity bibbity. Ew. At least wait to Groundhog Day, sweetheart, before you air your dirty lawn. But they did take it down. Well, she did. And again, I don't know how long it was up. Corey posted today, 5 hours ago, something like from a comedy thing. So we'll see how this plays out. People in the comments were saying, well, how long till Corey's apology story? And it made me chuckle because it's funny. Like, I mean, I love him, but you gotta laugh at certain things. I don't know. Do you guys think that they should call it a Corey and Evelyn not worth it? I don't know. 7 years. They've had a long story.
I say it's worth it. They just, they just have just things that they gotta,
See, that's why you don't have relationships like that in your 20s. Your 20s are for living. You wait for your 30s. And then, wait till 29, 28. See, like when you... in these times, ew, hibbity bibbity. I don't know. I think they've forgiven a lot of stuff for call it. Yes. Hey, Teresa. I mean, they were vacationing, right? They look like they're having a great time together. I want every relationship to make it listen. I don't think Corey and Evelyn are too toxic for each other. I just think they're like young and pretty and probably shouldn't have gotten as serious as they got with each other. They probably waited. Yeah, It
is what it is.
I think if they were like in their 30s right now, they'd be like so chill with each other. Like, I don't think they're like as doomed as Paul and Karine or like Larissa and Colt. Like those, Daniela Muhammad. And if they were like unfixable, I think I'd be like the first one to say it. I don't know. But I do like them. So I guess I'm pulling for them. Anywho. Then we have, are we good with Evelyn and Corey? Finally, on our list of things to do tonight, we have Hazel and Tariq. Hazel has given up the GoFundMe. Can anybody tell? I just thought of this now. Is the GoFundMe still up for her? Let me see. So no more walking down the highway for Hazel. Her and Tariq have mended ways. Happy New Year. I think he drank before his dad did pass, but I think it got worse after. Yeah, like I remember talking to Evelyn about it, and she said like, yeah. So he was a drinker. I mean, he had a bar. Don't forget Corey is like the badass Mormon. who like drinks and gets like DUIs. But yeah, he was always, he was a party boy, I would call, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Traveling. So Hazel GoFundMe. Oh, there it is. Oh, shut. Oh no. Oh no, that's a different Hazel. I was gonna say, damn, Hazel raised $6,200. Sorry. Good thing I kept reading that. I don't see it up anymore. So, but they're back together. Yeah, well, Corey had he got like the DUI back in like 2019, I think. I'm not saying Corey's a bad person for drinking. I mean, hello. Actually, I'm sick right now. Have you noticed no drinking for me tonight? How am I doing? But oh, the GoFundMe didn't work, so they got, well, maybe that's could be a possibility. I mean, and yeah, they're back together. No Minty. I don't think Corey's a bad person. I don't think Evelyn's a bad person. And Evelyn really hasn't posted anything since the Harry Potter stuff last night. Ooh, speaking of Harry Potter real quick, it was like my story, do you like Harry Potter, is dead even. Well, almost 51. Look at that. Oh, can you even see it? God damn it. Okay, well, it says 51.49, and then that's it. As far as Paul and Karine, it's not going to get any better, it seems. And if they're back together, like, tomorrow, I don't think that could be possible at this point. Well, I wanted to do a live about the reunion. That's why I was asking. Ew, hibbity bibbity. So it's probably gonna get worse. And yeah, that's it. I went so fast now. I'm good. I ended early, 45 minutes. Not bad. So tonight at 10 o'clock, we'll do 10:15. We'll do the book club. If you're not a member and you would like to be one, hit the join button next to the subscribe button on my main YouTube page. And if you have an iPhone, there's a link in the community tab that doesn't work anymore. So good luck. I don't know what to tell you. The only link I had is null and void. So if you have an iPhone and you want to become a member, you're going to have to do it from a desktop or a laptop. And I have an iPhone and it sucks. So if you haven't liked this video already, please like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Oh, look, I could do all this housekeeping at the end now. Cody, any news that we have to report on?
Not that I know of. I mean, I wish we could elaborate more on Sinjin, but I get it.
Again, what was I going to say? Again, the attendance hag position is still open. It's a nice title change. And you'll be listed on the official Yates stationery, trying to sweeten the pot. So if you want to get a list of attendance of everybody who's in the live before it starts. That would be the job. And again, it comes with a nice title bump and stationery and an add-on to stationery. April. Okay, so I started kind of picking off the tree last night. So the tree's like kind of half done. I like to get it like, after January 1st, it has to go.
Yeah, but tonight's a little.
Like now it's like, ugh, there's a Christmas tree in my house and it's January. Like, get it away. Like, but we keep a couple of Christmas things up all year round. You'll see. You always leave a little bit of Christmas in your house all year round. Did Larissa get the surgery? No, I didn't think she did in the first place because, it was just so like left field, getting 3 ribs removed, and then like the next day she was like at the gym, like working out. So I'm thinking she didn't, because I think that would have been impossible a day after getting 3 ribs removed. So I don't know. I'm just basing my answer on the fact that not a day after she was at the gym, like working out, like hard, pulling things and stuff that I would think would pain you after getting 3 ribs removed. So I don't know. Maybe she was loaded up on Vicodins and like, I'm going to the gym. I don't know. I don't think I'd want to. I'm just saying. And yeah, I couldn't see anybody doing that or wanting to like. I probably wouldn't want to get out of bed and go pee. Get alone wanting to go to the gym. Like sometimes I just sit on the couch for hours and I have to pee and I don't want to get up. And it just gets worse until I finally have to get up. You know what I mean? When you've been having one of those days and you just have to sit in the same spot, you're like, well, it's been like 2 hours since I moved. I guess I can go like another hour. So yeah, I think that was call a night. Thank you everybody. We'll be back later on 10 o'clock, 10:15 for the book club. Until then, have a good show and I'll see you all later.